gather together in peace. We gather together in joy. We gather together in healing. We gather together in love. Brother, sister, you are not alone. Brother, sister, welcome home. We gather together in hope. We gather together in tears. We gather together in laughter. We gather together in truth. Brother, sister, you are not alone. Brother, sister, welcome home. We gather together in friendship. We gather together in faith. We gather together
home, everyone out there in video land. This morning we are pretty much snowed in Nanaimo, so it's just the basic team here this morning. So welcome everyone who's tuning in from home, whether it's on Vancouver Island or anywhere else in the world. You're welcome here. You're welcome home. And so we are grateful to work, live, play, and create on the traditional and unceded territory of the Snuneymuxw people here in Nanaimo. And all across our country, we are gathered on traditional lands. So I invite you just to take a moment to honor that. And more music from Ken.
Love is my decision. It's up to me to give up my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. Once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision, right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forget. Once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision, right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down that road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. Once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision, right here and now. Love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you end up having more. It's just like a magic penny, hold it tight and you won't have any. Lend it, spend it, you'll have so many that roll all over the floor. Love is just if you give away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you'll end up having more.
All right, that is so true. And this morning, as we have our special little ceremony about releasing and giving things away, you might want to prepare ahead of time by gathering a pencil and paper and a candle. Would you join with me now and let us just take a moment to remember that there is one power and one presence in this world and in our lives. And as we release, as we will this morning, all that no longer serves us, we are left with only love. Only love. And so we teach only love, we practice only love, we experience only love. when we are free of our prejudices, our judgments, our fears, our angers, just letting all those go and being here as and in love. And I know that the one power and the presence that is operative in our universe and in our lives fully supports that. That being one in love. And so it is. And so it is. So I have a reading this morning that I have read before, and I think not very long ago, but it was so perfect for today's little ceremony, I had to do it again. It's called She Let Go. She let go. Without a thought or a word, she let go. She let go of fear, she let go of the judgments, she let go of the confluence of opinions swarming round her head. She let go of the committee of indecision within her. She let go of all the right reasons. Wholly and completely, without hesitation or worry, she just let go. She didn't ask anyone for advice. She didn't read a book on how to let go. She didn't search the scriptures. She just let go. She let go of all the memories that held her back. She let go of all the anxiety that kept her from moving forward. She let go of the planning and all the calculations about how to do it just right. She didn't promise to let go. She didn't journal about it. She didn't write the projected date in her day timer. She made no public announcement, put no ad in the paper. She didn't check the weather report or read her daily horoscope. She just let go. She didn't analyze whether she should let go. She didn't call her friends to discuss the matter. She didn't do a 5-step spiritual mind treatment. She didn't call the prayer line. She didn't utter one word. She just let go. No one was around when it happened. There was no applause or congratulations. No one thanked her or praised her. No one noticed a thing. Like a leaf falling from a tree, she just let go. There was no effort. There was no struggle. It wasn't good and it wasn't bad. It was what it was, and it is just that. In the space of letting go, she let it all be. A small smile came over her face. A light breeze blew through her, and the sun and the moon shone forevermore. Let's have another song from Kim.
My soul rise
Good morning.
Morning, Thomas.
Wow, we're back to this lovely group of individuals. Doesn't this kind of feel like old home or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like homecoming.
Homecoming, yeah, yeah. Well, good morning, everybody. It's great. It's a great pleasure to be here for this burning bowl ceremony. And I would like to remind you that if you haven't already, to have a pencil or a pen, a small piece of paper, and if you're so inclined, a candle or matches and a little bowl to burn that in. And I caution you to be very safe at this time with that. To definitely take care since you're doing this in your home or wherever it is you're gathered today. And I think we have an affirmation that, oh, we can't hear?
Sorry, no, it's okay. I'll fix it.
Yeah, did that slide show up?
It didn't.
It didn't, okay. Well, that's all right. I will say the affirmation. I just invite you to close your eyes right now and allow my words to be your words. This moment is both an ending and a beginning. I release all in my life that is no longer useful or needed, and I embrace the newness of divine creativity. I step forward in power and grace. All is well. I found this quote this week, and I'm not really sure where it came from. I apologize. Something about our journey, though, our life. It goes like this. Maybe the journey isn't so much about becoming anything. Maybe it's about unbecoming everything that isn't really you. So you can be who you were meant to be in the first place. And that's what a ceremony like today is about. It's really about unbecoming. It's about letting go. Now, we can look at that as maybe there's something small we want to let go of, or maybe there's a bigger letting go that we want to release. And really, I know that we're taking today as a ceremony, and ceremonies are beautiful. We've been doing ceremonies as a species forever. And they can be a very powerful experience for us. But I'd also invite you to notice that you can do this every day. You can have your own ceremony, your own ritual in some capacity every day where you're letting go of something, letting go of yourself, letting go of the moment, allowing yourself to be fully present in the here and the now. And that's really what consciousness is. Consciousness is that ability to see yourself. It's kind of like you're standing behind yourself, noticing what's coming up, noticing what's going on, noticing what you're thinking, even noticing what you might be saying. And when we do that, when we take that pause, we can actually breathe in and release. Release ourselves from that experience. Release ourselves from that moment. It seems like we're really very good at conscious beginnings. You know, oh, I'm going to start this. Oh, I got this great idea. Whoa, I can't wait to do this. We're very good at doing that. I'm not so sure we're very good at consciously letting go of things with that same veracity, with that same love of the experience. Because it's when we do that, when we actually release something, when we let it go, we open up space. We open up that space for something new to come in. I often think of this as my dresser drawers. You know, if I just keep bringing new clothes into the house or socks and stuffing them in the drawer, eventually there's no room for the new stuff to come in. Eventually, I actually can't put anything in the drawer. It's the same in our lives. And so by the practice, through the practice of letting go of what's no longer working, letting go of an experience or a way of being that doesn't serve any longer, we open up that space for the new stuff to come in. And it doesn't have to be something bad. It might be that, hey, you know what, this business venture I've been doing, it's time for me to move on. It's time for me to do something new. It doesn't have to be that it's a bad thing. It can actually just be, this has run its course in my life, and it's now time for me to let it go and to move on to something else. And so today we bring in ceremony to do this. And at this time I invite you to think, what is a habit that I'm even doing? What is something that I habitually do that maybe no longer serves? I'm not going to say brushing your teeth might be one of those, but that is a habit that you've trained yourself to do, and it has a huge benefit. But what other things might you have trained yourself to do that has become a habit that is no longer serving? Today is a great opportunity to invite that question in, to have a look and see if there's something there. What Gandhi had in mind with his great tribute, he made clear in his reply to a journalist who wanted the secret of his life in 3 words: renounce and enjoy. Tena tyaktena bunjita. I think I have that correct. From the first verse of the Isha, which is in the Upanishads. I really like that. Renounce and enjoy. So you don't just let go, you let go and you enjoy the experience of letting go. This is really an amazing opportunity. When I think about the opportunities I've had to let go of things, and sometimes it's really difficult, right? Have you ever had one of those experiences where, I think the best example I might be able to give is there's a friend or a family member, somebody you're not in agreement with, and you don't do anything to repair it. You don't do anything to have the conversation with them. And as time goes on, it grows in how big that problem is. It occurs like it's more insurmountable as time moves forward. We dwell on it, we keep reliving it, we keep rehashing it, and in our own minds, it's becoming this big, huge rock that we have to try to somehow get around or maneuver around. And yet, if we had dealt with it right in the beginning, right when it first came up, had just managed it instantly, moved away from it, decided, you know what, this doesn't serve, had that conversation, or had that conversation in ourselves where we let it go, as Patricia was talking about in her words today. She let it go. If we just did that in the beginning, we wouldn't find that this massive boulder that we're now trying to move out of our lives. And I've had this experience where it seems really big, and then you finally decide, I'm dealing with this today, and it ends up being handled like that. Yet in our perception, in our own lives, it's occurred to us as this big mountainous thing. And how much energy and draining of life did that take from you in that process? How much did you suffer? And this is really what suffering is, isn't it? It's the idea of these things that we hang on to, that we don't need to hang on to, that we replay over and over, we visualize them. We think like this is some big thing, we keep showing that movie to ourselves, and we are the ones actually suffering. It may be this person did us something wrong, and yes, they might need to own that. They're going on living their life doing whatever while I'm suffering living through this. I was just thinking of this last night. I was sharing this with Leslie this morning. Here in Nanaimo, fair bit of snow. I don't know what it looks like in the rest of British Columbia or in Vancouver or down in Victoria or up island, but here we had a lot of snow. I shoveled the driveway 4 times yesterday. And I enjoyed it. I actually found it quite meditative to be out there in the cold and the snow and shoveling. It was really great. However, I was saying to myself and to whoever would listen last night, oh, am I going to be sore tomorrow? And so last night I'm sleeping and I would wake up, when you just kind of wake up but you're not really awake, and I could feel this pain in my back, right about here. And I was like, oh yeah, that's that shoveling, man. And so my thoughts are, that's that shoveling coming to get me. So this happened about 3 times that I remember waking up thinking, there's this, I can feel it in my back. And then I woke up quite significantly and I thought, oh, I'm kind of cold. Oh, I don't have the sheet on me. So I grabbed the sheet, and as I pulled on it, it came away from being under my back. And it was actually, the sheet was coiled up under my back and making this knot. Yet in my head, I was like, oh yeah, I'm suffering from all that shoveling. But I remember going, oh, that feels so good. I just had this wonderful experience of like, wow, that feels so great. I should have done this earlier. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, that's what releasing can be like. We let something go, and maybe it's been with us a while, and when we do, there's that feeling like, oh, I could have done this earlier. I could have moved on from this and not had suffered for however long I have. And I want to be clear, this is not about right or wrong. This is not about, saying to somebody, hey, what you did is cool if it's with another person, or if it's even words we've said to ourselves. It's not about that. It's actually about letting go and allowing ourselves to live in this moment, to be present to the life we have right now. That thing may have happened a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, 10 years ago, and yet we've dragged it into this moment when it's not even happening. It's just being replayed in our movie, in our minds. That's what this ceremony is inviting for you today, is to allow yourself to let go of something. Now you might think, oh, I will let go of this person's responsibility for whatever they did. That might not be the best approach. And so I will invite you to think deeper than that and to ask, is this a way of being that I have that I can let go of? Because if you overcome that way of being, that way of judging, that way of unforgiving, that you might have a propensity to bring into your life, that is the gift. Dealing with that pain right now and moving on from it is the gift. And your life afterwards will feel brand new. Like I said, it's like emptying the drawer of all the clothes I'm not going to wear anymore, opening up that possibility for newness. I often, when I think of this, I often hear, I've got this recording of Michael Gott, the minister down in Houston, singing, "I Release and I Let Go." And he does an absolutely amazing version of it. And the words are, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. My heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. Although I've also seen, yes, it's only up to God. Yes, it's only up to God. In other words, let it go. Pass it on. Give it up. I can remember my father, in the last years of his life, probably the last 10 years, he would say to me often, I just give it over to God and I don't worry about it anymore. I just let it go. And again, this morning, as I was preparing for this talk, and by the way, since it is Sunday and it's the burning bowl ceremony, I get to talk twice as long. And the crowd goes mild.
The crowd goes mild.
Yes. But no, when we first moved to Vancouver Island, and I think of this when we speak of the land and the indigenous people that have cared for this land. When we moved to Nanaimo in 2015, my life personally took a real change. And eventually I ended up finding unity through Leslie bringing home A Course in Miracles. I've shared this story, and then I brought myself down to unity here, and the rest seems like history. But there was a moment when we first moved here where I was running in the trails. There's this great song by Coldplay, one of my favorite artists, called Warning Sign. And the chorus is, when the truth is, I miss you. Yeah, the truth is that I miss you so. And I would often think of my dad when I heard this song. For some reason, those words would always just sink into me, and I would think of my dad. Well, I'm running down the trail, and this song started playing, and that chorus came on, and I fell to my knees in absolute weeping tears. Just, I couldn't breathe. I was crying so hard. And there was a real missing in my life. And I've often thought that it was my dad I missed. And it's true. I did. I very much do miss my dad. He was a great teacher for me. However, I was thinking about this morning, and I actually think it was this way of life that I was missing, this spiritual journey. My dad used to say to me all the time that, when I left going to church, he would say to me, "You'll be back, son. Mark my words. You'll be back." And I would say, "No, of course not. I'm never going to do that." And yet here I am on a journey that I could never have thought about back then, or never imagined for myself, far deeper into this practice than I would have thought. And so in a way, I was missing my dad, but I think there was a message there much deeper for me that I was missing. And in that moment, I can still feel the letting go of those tears. And that song has never quite hit me the same way since. It was like I was able to step away from that and move beyond it. And so that's what today brings us. In a few moments we'll meditate, and I'll invite you to allow yourself to bring up something that you can let go of today. But I also want to remind us that Indigenous people all over the world have been using a ceremony such as this, where we allow that burning, that beginning to recreate, that smoke rising up to spirit, to letting things go, to allowing ideas to flourish, to allow things to move away from us. And that's what a ceremony does for us. If we really give ourselves into that experience and allow ourselves to just be, to not overthink it. Oh, is this what I should let go today? No, just go with what comes up and allow yourself to experience it. And it might be joyful, it might be tearful, there might be sorrow, there might be pain. And that's okay. It really is. Have you ever had a thorn, where it's like in your hand and it's big so you can see it and it hurts, and then you pull out the thorn and there's that relief, right? Well, have you ever had one, so I think of that, sometimes I get that when I'm on the trails, I get a blackberry thorn or something, it's like, oh yeah, that feels good. But I've also had those little slivers that come from working with like fiberglass, where you don't really notice it, and then all of a sudden, you touch a spot or you run over something on your hand and it digs in and it's like, whoa, where did that? But you can't see it, but it's there. And it's like a nerve that gets hit, right? That's what we're looking for also. Is how can we allow that's what might seem like a small thing, but carries a lot of pain with it. How can we let that go and release ourselves? So before we go to meditation, I want to share Mary Ann Williamson, A Return to Love, Reflections on the Principles of A Course in Miracles. And this is a good time for maybe you to start just bringing yourself into this moment and settling in. And we'll take quite a few minutes to be in the silence and to meditate and to allow ourselves to bring something up. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And so join with me in our silence together and allow something to come up, something that would feel wonderful to release and let go of. And again, don't overthink it. Become present, asking that question. What is mine to let go of right now, in this moment? Take a few moments, and when you have something, as soon as you have something, you can bring yourself back and write it down on your piece of paper. For those that are here, as soon as you have something, you can bring it up to the candles, the bowl. And at home, do the same. And then I invite you to just sit with it, reflect.
Cheers.
Before I release mine, I'll remind us of the affirmation. This moment is both an ending and a beginning. I release all in my life that is no longer useful or needed, and I embrace the newness of divine creativity. I step forward in power and grace. All is well. And as you sit reflecting on this, I just want you to know it's okay to be in this experience. It's okay to allow yourself to feel this and to wear it for the day, a couple days, however long it takes, being open to something new coming in. And I invite you to be ready to write something down, that new spark that might come in, to journal about this, to allow yourself to be open for something new. Because that's what we've done. We've allowed ourselves to let go of something, and we've given Spirit the invitation to open up our creativeness and to allow ourselves to be fully present in the moment for what might be there for us. So with that in mind, we're going to sing. We're going to have a great week.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now.
I want us to keep playing that.
Good.
Maybe that's the idea.
Maybe we should have.
Well, maybe that's what I'm gonna do.
Everything is so different this morning. Thank you, Nico. Thank you, Thomas.
Old lanes. My pleasure.
So we have some announcements in just a moment. So it is membership renewal time, and thank you to those who have sent in your membership renewal. It's very easy. Please just send an email saying, please renew my membership. And you'll notice the year has been corrected to 2022.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yeah, and we would love to see you all renew your membership. And if you have not been a member in the past and would like to be a member, please just send me an email to minister@unityvancouverisland.com, and we'll look at what needs to be done to make that happen. And tomorrow, Victoria people will have the opportunity to have the burning bowl ceremony similar to what we've done here, only in person, and combined with the white stone ceremony, which is all about setting the intention for the coming year. So please take advantage of that. That's in person at First Metropolitan Church. And the time has been changed, 2:30 to 3:30 tomorrow. And Comox is also having the burning bowl and white stone ceremony the following day, Tuesday the 4th, 2 p.m. in person at the Lion's Den. And if there's any changes to that because of the weather, we'll send an email out to you.
I'm sorry, I'm confused.
Thomas is confused.
I'm confused. The slide says
Yeah.
tomorrow, but it says January
Third.
3rd.
You go back one, Kyle?
Go back one?
That
Yes,
one. Tomorrow's
That's
not
tomorrow.
January 3rd.
Tomorrow's not January
of
3rd.
course it's not.
Unless,
Tomorrow is just tomorrow, right?
unless it is.
Oh, no. No, it is not tomorrow. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's January 3rd. It's a week tomorrow.
Yes.
Ah.
Tomorrow.
Please don't go
and
there.
a week.
Yes,
Tomorrow plus.
tomorrow,
Plus 7
January
days.
3rd. That's after the snow's all melted and everything.
You let go of this
Let it
next
go.
week.
You can
Tomorrow we'll be
release.
here like that, right?
I'll let that go. I don't know why they let me do this stuff anymore.
Tomorrow,
Okay, and so next Tuesday in Comox. Thank you,
Yes.
Thomas.
yes.
All right, Choir with Nico resumes also Monday, January 3rd, and new voices are welcome to join us
And
at
that's
that
not
time.
tomorrow.
That's
That's
not tomorrow.
tomorrow.
It's next Monday, January 3rd.
We're starting all new repertoires.
You guys having fun up there?
No.
Now just keep the slides moving. Okay. And so, and all the details you can read in the newsletter about Patricia Lane, who is a real expert in the climate change, and that'll be a 4-week class, and it should be very interesting. You can still register on Eventbrite. That starts on January the 10th. That's 2 weeks from tomorrow. Okay, and next we have no fellowship after service this morning. That will resume next Sunday, a week today, right? So today you can just go straight to coffee. And our gratitude this week is for the candle lighting team that showed up last week. There was really nobody here but the team last week, just a bit of a premonition about the snow perhaps. And there's nobody here but us team members this morning, and I want to thank the team, Kyle, Leslie on camera, and of course those of us who you can see, and Gitzla's here. And thank you for your continued financial support and all the things you do, and the volunteering that goes on here. Keeps us going, and we are so grateful. If you wish to support us financially, donations at vancouverisland.com. We keep getting checks in the mail. That still works very, very well, and we thank you. And our abundance affirmation this morning is: the infinite and eternal supply of all good things awaits my acceptance. Knowing my worthiness, I accept, use, share, and release, trusting that I am always abundantly provided for. And Thomas earlier mentioned Michael Gott with I Release. We've sung I Release here for years, and we actually just sing the chorus. I encourage you, and actually, when I wasn't sure yesterday whether anybody was going to make it, I did some YouTube videos embedded to see if we could work with that. And I did find Michael Gott singing I Release. And do go on YouTube, find Michael Gott, G-O-T-T, and I Release. It will knock your socks off. We might have to revise what we do. But for the moment, we're doing it the way we always have.
No one does it like Ken does it.
That's right. No pressure, Ken.
No, not at all. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Woo! Here come the kids.
And we decided to leave this in this morning because wherever the kids are, here they come. We're so glad.
Play music for the kids, you know.
Woo! We love kids, and we're going to say our children's blessings now. We see the
Divine light shining as you. We love and appreciate you exactly the way you are.
And we sincerely hope that we will see you next week. Leanne did not make it in the prayer corner today. I know that. Well, if you need prayer, you know where to get it. Thank you, Leanne, for trying. And so the Unity Vancouver Island folks from every community wish love, light, and joy to every other Unity
nice.
family in the world. And you notice we had an infinity symbol there?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Very
we
nice.
are one family. We're sprinkled all over the island and beyond, but we are one. Our love and our wishes go out to all of you. And that's all there is. Our prayer for protection. The light
that is God surrounds me.
I
I am one with the light. The love that is God enfolds me. I am one with the love.
The power that is God protects me. I am one with the power. The presence that is God watches over me. I am one with the presence. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well, and so it is. And one of the things I'm going to let go of this weekend is forgetting to turn my mic on. I apologize. I hope you figured that out from the slides. Da-da-da-da. Now I'm going to turn my mic off.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Wild man on the ground.
Released it!
You released. He released the
He let it go.